wanted to address a very important question. That is, are the rich more selfish than others? This popular belief is actually, to some extent, understandable because there is a lot of evidence that the rich are just behaving very selfishly. So there is evidence they're more likely to evade taxes, they're more likely to violate traffic laws, they're less likely to give to charity. The rich are holding an ever-increasing fraction of the world's resources. So if it's actually true that these people they don't care about others, then we really need to worry. One important issue is that, the rich, they have a lot of things to do perhaps. Their time is very valuable. And as a result, they're very likely to be underrepresented in these studies. To address this question, we misdelivered envelopes to some of the richest and the poorest households in the city. So this technique allows us to measure without bias your prosociality, your willingness to help someone else. So how does that work? Every envelope has inside either a banknote or a bank check. Returning the envelope requires you invest some time, some effort. You could be doing other things. If you're going to do this, you're doing this for no personal benefit. It shows immediately that you're taking an action to help someone else at a personal expense. That's what we call altruistic behavior. The results are not what we would have expected. They contradict the popular view. Across all our experimental conditions, we found that the rich were substantially more likely to return a misdelivered envelope than the poor were. So when we looked at the data more closely, we saw an interesting pattern. Immediately after their payday, the poor were as likely to return envelopes with bank checks as the rich. But then, as time went by week, they were less and less likely to return such envelopes until in the week before their next payday, they returned no envelopes. This is clear evidence that the financial pressure the poor are under is crowding out their willingness or ability, if you want, to behave prosocially. Assuming this research is robust, we started out to find whether the rich are more selfish than the poor. In the process, what we found out is that poverty has a negative impact on prosocial behavior. Therefore, by reducing poverty, you are making society, in a sense, less selfish. The benefits from doing this kind of research at NYU Abu Dhabi are two. The first is that there's a fantastic group of scholars who are doing similar work, and you can talk to them and they can help refine your ideas and help you go further. They can push you further. And two, funding. This kind of research is very expensive. So funding allows us to answer questions, very important questions, that have never been asked before. Professor Nikos Nikiforakis, Division of Social Science, NYU Abu Dhabi.